Hello and welcome back to the channel. It's a really horrible day, so I'm down in the woodshed and I've just had a delivery, and it's a delivery of hiking shoes. Now this is going to be an extremely short video, and I'm not promoting the actual brand, and I'm not promoting that this is what you should be doing. In fact, if you've got any issues regarding mobility or any pain or anything like that, you need to see a doctor first and then go from there. I'm just talking about my experience and how I am where I am, footwear wise, for hiking, wild camping, bushcrafting and being outdoors. So I've spent most of my life in boots of one description or another. Doc Martens as a young lad and teenager. Obviously steel toe caps for being in the workplace and factories. The army was obviously issued boots, and I've always had cheap deck shoes if I wasn't in boots. Coupled with that, when I was running, I always indulged in the bottom end of the market. So yeah, I'm not extremely well versed in quality shoes based solely around the comfort for whatever task you're using them for. They have primarily been a means to put safe feet coverage on me to do jobs, really. But out on the West Highland Way, halfway round, I ran into a problem with a pair of boots that I had. Basically they were beginning to break down and or fall apart in reality, but we managed to get to, I think it was Tyndrum, where the Green Welly is, and I was able to purchase a pair of hiking shoes or boots. So I did that, and they served me well through the West Highland Way. I've used them here at home as best because they cost a lot of money. Ironically, I did shell out. I had no choice, but I've been using them back here as a best kind of piece of footwear for when I'm hiking, bushcrafting and wild camping, and still continuing to wear boots. But with an ongoing knee issue, I started gravitating more to my comfortable footwear by Merrell, and which is the brand. I'm not sponsored or any association with them. It's just that I happened to pick them up, like I said, when I was at the West Highland Way, and I've started wearing these all the time. And I found with the comfort level that they're offering me, I have noticed I no longer have a slight gait to one side, and my knee issue seems to have abated a bit. It's never going to be cured because there is inherently something wrong, but the comfort and the way I'm able to move over the ground with these shoes, hiking shoes, dedicated hiking shoes, it seems to have alleviated a lot of my problem. Obviously, if you have an issue with mobility, aches, pains or anything like that, or concerns, you need to go and see a specialist or your doctor and take it from there. This is not advice. I'm just explaining how I've ended up where I have. So in any case, yes, I mean, these shoes or boots here, as you can see, these were the standard army issue boots that I had. You can see they've wore down in one particular direction on the heel, so I'm obviously walking and putting more effort or pressure in that one spot, and you can see it's there and right on the ball there. So there's obviously that indicates the style of walk that I'm doing. The same with this one, and it's even more pronounced on this one, which would make sense being the right hand foot, and it's my right hand knee that's been giving me a lot of issues. Like you say, you can see it's gone over there. and it's more on the outside here that it's wore down. So these were my old military boots. I'd managed to keep hold of them because they were of no value to nobody else when I demobbed and left. And I've been using those for hiking and doing all my outdoor activities, and they've served me well. Now I've got a pair of what I would consider my typical, well, kind of work boot. And yet again, you can see this is a right hand one. It's gone over on the edge, and you can see I've been putting more pressure. It's following the same pattern as my other ones, but they're extremely heavy. They are leather, and yeah, it's a real hard sole, and these here are steel toe capped as well. The other one is pretty much the same. I'll get it off. This one doesn't have so much of a pronounced drop off. So yes, you can see it's my right leg that is basically not actually flowing or hitting the ground, similar to the left hand one. So you can instantly see I do have a walking gait or style issue. But for me, it wasn't just that. I did actually have a medical condition which was impacting on my knee, and as with everything, it gets worse and it gets more exaggerated, and you can see how it's affected these shoes here. Right, I'll bring you on to these, and this is what I've got, which is the Merrell MOAB, and this is the well, I think it's the boot version, and this is what I purchased in Scotland, and I've been using these extensively. You can see I haven't got any real drop off on the heel there. There's a bit of wear there, but there is a pronounced fall off to the toes. Not through me actually producing that my walking style, but these shoes seems to have helped correct my walking style and stance to alleviate any problems I have with my knee. Yet again, I will have to state this isn't scientific, and I'm not trying to produce any evidence that that is the case. All I'm saying is, by using these, which are extremely high quality hiking shoes, they are rated as a hiking shoe and for rugged terrain, which is what I use them for, and I do use them in and around for dog walks and everything like that, and they've served me well. So I'm well pleased with these. I'm well pleased enough that I went and ordered, and I'll get these here, the MOAB GTX 3, and it's in the shoe variant. As you can see, if I put them there, you can see the difference. This has got a higher back. The reason I've done that is, yet again, I'm happy with how the shoe is riding on the ground for me. I'm seeing if I can make the shoe lighter and more comfortable for me even more. It's an experiment. It's an expensive, because these shoes aren't cheap. It's an expensive experiment, but I'm willing to pay for possibly more comfort, because you cannot put money or the price on having no pain in your knee, which I've been suffering. Yet again, I'll say it again, I don't know, it may come back. This may all be you know, pie in the sky, what I'm talking about. But I do know people that do say if you invest in quality shoes and footwear, you can alleviate a lot of your problems that you may have with you know, walking, your styles and everything like that. But yet again, if you've got any issues, you need to see a doctor, and get yourself sorted. So yeah, this is my new pair of shoes, and I'm looking forward to getting these on. They'll be going out tonight when I walk the dog. Obviously this isn't a review on these, and I'm not reviewing these. All I'm saying is these have been an exceptional pair of outdoor hiking shoes, which I've then crossed over into the bushcraft and wild camping world, and they've done their job. When they do get wet, because obviously it's not a complete leather shield over you, it is Gore-Tex, they do dry out reasonably quick, slightly more quicker than a cheaper pair of trainers, that type of thing. These dry out a little bit quicker, it seems anyway, and they do, you know, prolong the absorption of water that little bit longer than what you know, a non-leather or fully encased shoe like this, or boot, you know, does. So I'm very pleased with them. They're obviously going to wet out quicker on the trail than something like that. The only other thing as well, I've noticed I've had to be more careful when walking with ankle support. Obviously something like that, if you bind your laces up, you can, you know, to a normal sensible style and thing and how it should be, these will give you ankle support. One of the first things I had to compensate for was the lack of ankle support. Once I was placing my foot and I was aware as I was placing it, if it was slightly uneven, I would kind of just put a little bit more spread and compensate for it in my style. Yes, it's worked out fantastic. You can't just, you know, assume that you're going to have the amount of support. You just don't in this, and for sure you're definitely not in these. But yeah, well pleased. And just a quick video saying that I haven't touched on the subject because yeah, it's something that you need to put some time and effort in. I've got 6 months, well more than that, under my belt using these, and they do work. For me, boots are now redundant. I don't see myself ever going back to boots of any description. Now I've experienced the comfort from something like this, I don't think I could ever go back. And in fact, I'm frightened to go back, because I do not want to go back to experiencing the pain, discomfort and a waddling walking style that I had before. So yeah, just saying that these have been an exceptional shoe, the Merrell GTX 3 MOAB, and I'm looking forward to trying the shoe variant now. Yet again, like I said, more money than somebody like me wants to pay, but sometimes you just have to pay for creature comforts. So all that's left to be said is take care, stay safe, and I hope to catch you guys on the trail.